Welcome, everybody, to Write Out Loud. We are back. It's season 4. And, of course, this is your favorite podcast, your favorite storytelling, writing, authoring, and just creativity-driven podcast that you know and love and you've missed until we've come back to you with big smiles and lots of laughter because my giggly co-host, Christina, is here. Hello, my darling.
Hello. And we've missed being here.
Yes, we have missed you. We have missed you dearly. But we are so excited to share with you just a glimpse. We're just going to give you a little nugget, a little bit of an appetizer, and a amuse-bouche, if you will, of what's to come. And so, you know, let's. What do you want to start with?
What do I want to start with? Oh, my God. What do I want to start with? We have just been compiling some of the best topics, some really fun stuff, stuff that I've been wanting to do since the very beginning, but it's taken a little while for the other half of this podcast to catch up on The Last of Us. But I'm really excited about episode 3 of The Last of Us season 1, not to be confused with season 2, that is coming out this spring. But episode number 3.
Okay.
I got the script to it and watched the episode. If you don't watch Last of Us, you know, just watch that particular episode. And I would love to go through it and like actually, you know, take it bit by bit with the screenplay itself and talk about the writing, because when I watched it, I loved it, of course. But then later I heard, and this is a true story that was verified by the writer of the episode, he received a personalized note from Steven Spielberg himself saying it was one of the best episodes of television ever.
Oh, wow.
So I think it would be a great one to break down, look at the writing, what made it such a, you know, great episode of television. I'm excited to come back to some of the topics we've talked about before.
Sure.
Like plotting and pantsing, you know, some further analyzing, you know, that particular subject. And you
some
know,
great guests coming along for the ride.
Yes. There's actually a guest for that one that I'm really hoping brings a new perspective to the whole thing too.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, another one. I want to talk about something called resistance fiction. This I have actually been wanting to do again since the beginning of this podcast, but we just didn't know exactly how to frame it at that point. But I think I have a way of doing it. And again, some homework we're going to tell you right away. We are going to be using the book by Octavia Butler called Parable of the Sower. This has been tagged in a lot of, you know, publishing and reader forums of kind of the epitome of resistance fiction.
Yeah, I'm seeing it all over the place.
Yes. Very timely. And we're going to read the book, and we're going to take the book and use it to, you know, explain to people what resistance fiction is. So if you, again, want to follow along with us, you know, grab the book now. We're not going to do it immediately because we haven't read the book yet either. So it's going to take us some time to do that. That will be coming.
I know the other thing we talked about too was getting into some of the character development pieces. So I know we spent some time talking about different works that might illuminate that point a bit. And we think we've settled on the bear.
Yes.
Actually, I know we settled on the bear. So we're going to be doing the bear. So if you haven't seen it, you should. And just, soak it up, be ready for that one when it
Yeah.
happens.
And I'm going to say we're not necessarily going to limit it to season 1, but season 1 was where I really noticed, and it was actually the second time I watched it, getting ready for season 2 to come out, that I really I sat up as a storyteller and went, whoa, look at the character development here. This is like taking a character I didn't like. And then suddenly by episode 7, it's like he's like my favorite character.
Nice.
I mean, you can't take a character like that. Nobody is black and white. They're not all good, not all bad, all layers of stuff, but they each have their growth. So
Sure.
I thought that would be really great in doing. What else have we got? What else do you have on your list of things that you want to do?
I will say we have a number of guests that we've got lined up that will be joining us to just talk through certain things. Like, we'll spend some time talking again and revisiting another older topic, not older, but we've talked about it before, of that imposter syndrome and kind of natural desire for anybody in this field to want to have their work be liked and adored, and they want the praise and they want all that, right? And we'll talk maybe again a different perspective. I think that will help.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will help you really look at your work and go, it's okay if there are people that don't like it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. The idea that you are going to have critics. Mm-hmm. You are going to have, and not just critics who are giving you feedback that might be valid, but critics also that just don't like it because they don't like it, or they don't like you, so therefore they don't like your work, that kind of thing too. So I think that's important to gain some perspective on as well.
Yes. And I think we've got a really great way of doing that. So I'm really looking forward to that episode for sure.
Yeah. And I think with imposter syndrome, I have actually been dealing with this quite a bit with my clients. So it's kind of become a theme. Mm-hmm. And I do think I've got a really great perspective that you can shift how you feel about imposter syndrome. And I think that's really, really, really important, because if you can shift your mindset about what imposter syndrome actually means, I think there's an easier way to work through it than,
Sure.
sit in your woe is me, I'm never going to be, this good.
Yep.
So.
Or afraid to just get out there and put your work out into the world, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're so worried about what people might think.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be good. And again, just guests that we know are going to help us illuminate topics, that have either been through it, have dealt with it, who do it well. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I know.
I am super, super, super excited about who we've got coming up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know you will be too. You're going to absolutely just be tickled. So, we just don't want to give away too much.
Yeah. You'll find out.
Got to keep some secrets here, right?
Yes.
We got to keep this close to the chest so that when you hear it and you experience it, you will hopefully be very, very pleased.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else that you want to share or kind of tease?
Let's see. I mean, we've done one show on Kickstarter, but I think we've lined up a really interesting perspective on Kickstarter. I definitely want to delve more into different ways of, selling, of being. There isn't just, one or two ways to be in the publishing industry. So I do want to delve more into that. We had some great guests last year that helped give us an interesting perspective on how they do things. And I think, we're going to get that this year too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would just put out the call. We've got this season is well stocked and ready, locked and loaded, ready to go. If there is a point in which you want to appear in a future season, you've got some ideas you want to share, even if you don't want to be on the podcast, but you just have things you'd like us to talk about, drop us a line, drop us a note, right? There's a voicemail feature on the website, writeoutloudpod.com. You can leave a voicemail there for us. You can even text us from there. There's a link in every episode, at least the most recent episodes, where you can text us as well. It's not two-way texting, so don't be sad when you don't get a response, but we get your message.
Yeah. And also
drop us a note.
Don't be sad if we don't get back to you right away either. If you write to us, we both have day jobs and families, and we like to do extracurricular activities and like to be buried in our books. So it may take a little bit to get back to you. So don't be disheartened if you don't hear from us immediately. But we are definitely listening to all of the voicemails. We look at all of the email. We will be interactive as much as time will allow.
Yep. And find us on socials, on just about every social out there. Right Out Loud Pod.
Yep.
So easy way to get in touch.
I'm on Threads a lot lately. I'm really liking it. I am giving Blue Sky a try, but so far I think I'm not hitting the right algorithms, or maybe people are still coming to that media, but I check that one, more frequently than some of the others. But Threads I'm on every single day. And Instagram, of course, my stories, I update those several times during the day too. So
find her there at Book Matchmaker, and also at Book Matchmaker on Blue Sky as well. And again, at Right Out Loud Pod is ours. So find us there. We will absolutely interact there. But we'd love to hear from you, because, sometimes it can feel like we're just talking into the void, but it's helpful when we get notes back or messages or voicemails. It's we enjoy them. So very, very good. Well, I think this is going to be a fantastic season.
It is.
I think you're going to love it.
You will.
Christina's very excited about it as well.
I am.
And I'm going to try to make her crack up and laugh.
Oh, geez,
as much as possible this season. Because it's what I do. It is what I do. I'm an agent of chaos.
Right. Yes, you are an agent of chaos. People don't know how true that is.
All right. Well, very good. Well, we'll leave it there. This is just to let you know, we haven't forgotten about you. We are coming back. We're coming back right away. So next week, you will hear the brand new episode from this season, season 4 of Right Out Loud. And I just can't wait for you to hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Me too.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking with us. And please share the podcast with somebody that you don't think listens or you think might benefit from it, because that is how we get the word out to everybody. So share it, share it, share it. All right. Well, with that, I think that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and keep on creating. Get your voice out there, because that's why we're here.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to the podcast. We really hope that you're enjoying every bit of it, but we would love to hear your feedback. Drop us an email either to matt@rightoutloudpod.com or christina@bookmatchmaker.com. We would love to hear your thoughts. What's working, what's not working, and what do you want to hear more of? Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.